Today we are going to be looking at the top stocks on the stock market. I'm going to show you 3 quantum computing stocks. Now, of course, we like to look at this in real time so that we're not learning from the past. We're going to try to analyze in real time and see how to profit from it, because I think there's a very huge opportunity. So in this video, you're going to learn 2 tricks that I haven't taught before. This is sector analysis and also how to use leveraged ETFs to give you the biggest gains. First, we have our 3 stocks, IONQ, RGTI, and QUBT. This is a quantum computing space. And we know that 80% of stocks will follow their sector. So you want a very strong sector, then you want to find the strongest stocks in those sectors. So we have found the strongest stocks. That's the first step. 80% of stocks follow the sector. 80% of winners in the stock market were coming from a very strong sector. So it's very imperative to find a very strong sector. Now, we try to do some sector analysis. So here is a weekly chart. What you see is a very nice cup and handle. Do you see it in all of them? They're all forming a pattern, right? And which is the best stock that you should always buy? The best stock is one which normally breaks out first or has the best price action. And currently the best price action is in RGTI and IONQ. So those are the only 2 stocks I'm focusing on. And if you look at their handles, they're not dipping. If the whole sector is showing something similar, this is what you like to see. Of course, it's not exactly going to look the same, but you get the gist. And then we can see a first clue from IONQ, which broke out. So it's at all-time highs. It has had the highest close weekly that it has ever had. It's a very good sign, because when stocks are at all-time highs, no one is willing to sell. Coming from this very nice pattern, the stock is likely to run for a while. The time that stocks run from their bases, just a rough calculation, is you get the length of the base. So this one is about 37 bars, then you get half of it. So it's likely to run for about 15 to 20 bars from here. This can be the first bar. You can know that this might run till December. That's if it keeps running, because price will tell us. We look at RGTI, also it's forming a very nice cup and a handle. Yeah, breakout. QUBT, you see a nice cup and a handle, and it has not yet broken out. This is the first sign that RGTI and IONQ are way stronger stocks. So if we go into the daily charts of those stocks, we can see, right? Here we have the weekly chart. We can see the fundamentals are not that great, but investors don't care about that for now. Your nice cup with a handle on the daily chart, you see this very huge breakout on volume. Whenever you see these breakouts on volume, right, the next day, the first thing that you want to see is the price should try to stay above the high of this day. If it comes back halfway, that's the first sign of weakness. And if it comes back into the handle, then normally I would even just get out. That happened in this stock called AS. I thought it was going to go out, break out. It had this very nice bar, and then it just kind of came back and did not behave as I hoped. So that's what can happen sometimes. Anyway, now that you've seen the breakouts, they're all looking nice. If you're enjoying this video and want to build financial freedom using the stock market, I put together a free guide called 10 chart patterns that make money. It's based on the exact system that we use at Profit Punch, a financial newsletter and educational hub that sends you A+ stock setups where we tell you exactly when to buy and sell, and also will teach you stock trading from the ground up. These are the same patterns that our members use to catch moves like SMCI 250%, NVDA 200%, Uplavin 350%. The guide is short, visual, and beginner-friendly. Just click the link in the description or pinned comment to grab your free copy. Now back to the video. Okay, so how can you make the most profit? Now there's a trick which I learned of using leveraged ETFs, and I'm going to show it to you using MSTR, MicroStrategy stock, and then its ETF. So let's go there. Some stocks have leveraged ETFs. So you'll find something like MicroStrategy has a 2x ETF. Here we can see that from September 5th, 2024 to the top, MicroStrategy went up 360%, which is a very nice return. But if you look at the ×2 ETF, you would expect it to go 360 times 2, which is 700%. But it didn't go up ×2. It went up almost ×4. It went up 1,400%. Why is this? This is because leveraged ETFs promise a 1-day guarantee. If MicroStrategy moves 1% today, then the leveraged ETF guarantees you 2% on that day. But what happens is that over a long period of time, the leveraged ETF is going to compound faster than the primary stock. It's going to go up way faster. That's why you can make way more profit in a leveraged ETF. But it's a double-edged sword, because any pullback, right, in the primary stock, if the pullback is bad, like you have a 30% pullback, then here you're going to have a 60% pullback. So it also works against you. So the faster the fall in the primary stock, then the ETF is going to fall faster. So that means that you normally want a move that does not have a lot of volatility and a move that is just kind of smooth and going up. And that's where such moves like IONQ move come in. Whenever we see such nice breakouts, they're normally very smooth moves. So if IONQ does 500%, then you can expect the times 2 ETF to maybe do maybe 3 or 4 times of that. There is a times 2 ETF of IONQ, and that's IONX, right? So what you do is that you just buy this one and then keep track of the primary stock. There's also RGTI. It has its times 2 ETF. There's RGTIX. RGTX. So you just buy the times 2 leverage ETF on the breakout, and then you're likely to have a very strong return. Now, of course, that's a little bit of a complicated play. So what you can also do is that you can just hold the stock itself and still make a good return. Last year, RGTI went up 2,000%. So if there was a leverage ETF, I'm sure it would have gone up at least times 5. That's about 10,000%. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, that was possible. So if it went up 10,000%, that means your money would have gone up 100 times. So if you put in $1,000, you get $100,000. Sounds too good to be true, but mathematically speaking, that's what would have happened. Anyway, I hope you found value in this video. If you want to know exactly what to buy and sell this stock, sign up for the Profit Punch newsletter. Money back guarantee in case you don't make your money. Let's wait and see what happens. May the markets be with you.